Welcome back, guys, and we're diving straight into the time lapse. Now, this episode is going to be pretty much largely about lighting. Now, we're going straight down into the underworld, and I'm going to start lighting up the forge ride primarily. That's where we're going to start. But there's a whole lot of stuff to do, and I think. Once you see this time lapse, you'll kind of see just how much there is to do with the lighting. I mean, the lighting is almost like a completely separate project in and of itself. There is so much to do. Now, I'm actually just connecting the two sides of the forge ride together here, and I'm lighting it initially just using the ordinary lampposts, and you'll see that I end up using like a lot of these just to get this area lit. Now you can see how dark it is. I mean, it is literally pitch black down here at night times, so you have to light like every inch of it. So what I ended up doing was putting these lampposts on these side posts going up the stairs to try and light up the stairs, because literally the people are walking around in pitch black. And of course, I've got to do this like all the way up the stairs. And it's only when you start doing things like this you realise how long these damn stairs are. They are it's actually quite a long staircase. And once I did this, I realised that I'd only done one side of one staircase. So, in theory, I would have to do this like 3 more times if I wanted to like reproduce it like on both sides of both staircases. And the problem is that, of course, this is adding not just a lot more assets, but it's adding a lot more lighting effects and creating more shadows, which of course is having a performance effect on the game. Now it looks fantastic as you go down, and like I really enjoy doing the lighting. Let me tell you now, I love doing the lighting. I think it's one of the best bits of the game. But like this time lapse is about what, 6 minutes or so. And it's about an hour's worth, and I thought I would show you like this hour's worth of what I did on the lighting, and it kind of shows you 3 or 4 of the key things that I did with the lighting. But I then went on and did like another couple of hours. Like right now, I'm just playing around with some spots, because I want this to have kind of a bit of a demonic feel to it. So I'm lighting these up with red spots, and I'm putting the red spots like quite close, so that you get like a very deep red. And I'm doing the same with the entrance, just getting that top part lit. And then I found that if you play around with them, you can actually get the actual lampposts to kind of light up red as well. So I put a few of those in, but then I thought, yeah, just a couple of highlights there and there, here and there, and that's fine. But then I wanted to go around the outside, because obviously you can't see, like anything that isn't directly lit, you cannot see. It is pitch black. So I'm sinking these spots down into the ground so that we can actually see all around the edge of the ride. So we're highlighting the base and also the fencing around the top of it. So at the moment I'm doing all red lights, but you'll see, and it does look quite effective, but it needed to have some kind of highlight. So I thought, how about some yellow spots, like on the arms? So now hopefully I've got these spotlights set up so that, and you'll see this, when the ride is actually in motion, the arms, and here we go, the arms are actually going to be picking up different kind of different intensities of that yellow light as they go up and down. That should be quite effective. We'll take a look at that afterwards in kind of normal speed. Right, then I started working on the spots on the frontage. Because if you remember, originally I put in like alternating white, blue and green. Now I'm going to keep the white, blue and green on the sides, but on the front I just wanted it to be, well, originally I was going to have it white and blue, but I tried, and right now you can see that I'm putting in the white and blue combination. But what I found was that when I actually deleted some of the blue spotlights, you couldn't actually tell the difference. The blue just wasn't having any impact. And if it's not having any, well, I mean, there was a tiny, tiny impact, but like not so that you would really notice. I thought what the blue would do would create some slightly more intense shadows, but it really didn't have any effect. So in the end, I've taken out all of the blue spotlights, and I've completely respaced the white spotlights, which I'll show you again after the time lapse. Okay, so that's the time lapse bit, and is it just me, or did that I've just recorded the commentary over the top of that, and that 6 minutes seems to go so fast. It's unbelievable. Now I've paused the game because I want to show you something. Because when I saw this, I thought this was really cool. You'll see. Right, we're just coming up towards 5 p.m. and this is when the park starts to light up. Now you'll notice we've got these two have started to light up down here. Now, not only have I done those bits that I shown you, so you know, lighting these and lighting down in the tunnel down there and all that kind of stuff. I've also put like loads of these street lamps like all along the frontages, and I've started lighting key areas around the park, and like these areas around the stairs and the entrance ways and some of the queues and all of that. And what I wanted to do was just come up to this level, right, and just let you see the park light up, because I think it looks really cool as it starts to light up. So we'll just run it on kind of normal speed, and you'll see the spotlights and the lights start to come on. I think, oh, that up here, and you'll spot them all coming on. But you'll see like how much there still is to do. Seriously, it is an enormous task lighting this place, because the damn place is so huge. Now, I want to show you the difference between the frontage and the sides. And let's actually crank this up a little bit so that it actually gets nice and dark, so we can see kind of the full effect. Oh, here's the coaster. Now, I did most of that lighting actually before I put the coaster in, but I kind of saved it because I wanted to show you the coaster at night and all that kind of stuff. So, and there's still a lot of stuff to do. Right, 6 o'clock. That's pretty much dark enough, I think. That'll do. So let's get it down to normal speed. Right, so what did I do on like lighting the frontage? Well, as I said, I took out all the blue spots, and then I just spaced these out evenly, which they weren't before. So you've got a spot projecting up onto the back wall and a spot projecting down onto the sort of the bottom half of the statue. And I think that produces quite a nice lighting effect across the frontage. Seems to work quite nicely. And then we'll have a look at some of the lighting on the paths. So you can see that we've got these lampposts like all along these paths, all along the frontages. But I've only done them like on one side, because otherwise I think it's just going to be too many assets. I mean, I've already lost a few more frames a few more frames per second putting in all these, and I'm looking at how many more I've got to put in, and it's kind of crazy. There goes the coaster. So like, for example, like I haven't done all of the ones up here. I haven't done all along these paths, which needs to happen. Now I have done areas like like odd bits around the entrances and some of the kind of junctions. And like over here, I lit up this part of the entry queue to this ride. But again, the more I did it, the more I was trying to kind of minimize the amount of lights that I had to put in to actually light it up. And you can see here, like I need to put another one of these lights in here. And you know what? In actual fact, we'll do that one because now I've seen it, I just can't leave it alone. So that one needs to go in kind of there. And yeah, and if we come over here, did I do this one? Yeah, I did this one as well. And the same thing, putting these lights just in the center part. And just a few around the outside. And I started lighting this path and I was like, holy crap, this is going to take quite literally hours to do. I mean, like I said, I spent about 3 hours on doing the lighting that I've put in so far. And you can see these look really nice. Those are lit up really well. I really wish that the lighting caught the particle effects, but it doesn't. That's a real shame. But I did these. I've still got to do these around here. I've got to light these areas. And then I've got to light this whole building. And I am actually wondering, should I light the building or not? And I think what I'm going to do is maybe just have a few bits that are kind of accented. So maybe I light like the front of these bits, and then maybe like these alcove bits, and maybe this front part here, and then leave it at that, because lighting the whole thing is just going to be kind of crazy. So yeah, that's that. Right, well, what are we going to do now? Well, I think probably in the next episode we're going to start looking at this area and putting in, where are we? Using some of these bits to line this area, and then start to put in some of the shops that we need around the place. And I've got a few interesting ideas for that. And then probably, but I don't know, probably the episode after that we'll do the underworld coaster, which is going to be kind of fun. Oh yeah, and I did create this, which I kind of didn't really show you, because I did this for the coaster, and I put this together with the skulls. Which, do you remember like when I was doing this and I kind of put those in, or I put one on one corner and I was like, nah, I don't like it. But I thought, you know what, let's put it in with the flames in the eyes, in the eye sockets. And I actually kind of like it. And then what I've done is created this. It's got a hole like all the way down to the floor. That bit of floor there needs to be removed, obviously. And we're going to have a proper drop coaster that drops us down through the flames into the underworld. But like I said, that's going to be in a future episode. What are we going to do in this one? Well, we're going to ride the nighttime coaster, of course we are. And we're going to have a look at some of the rides. And we're going to start off with the Forge, because we want to have a look at the Forge now that it's lit. And I need to get down there. Now that I've closed it up, we've kind of got to get down there. Now I am going to be doing some more work on the lighting, kind of offline, because there is a lot more to do. And like specifically, I've got to figure out what I'm going to do around this, because right now it's too dark in here, and like how would you even begin to light stalactites? Like if I put a bunch of those in, how the hell would you like light those up? And I have thought about putting like a river of fire like around the volcano. You remember I put in this kind of little patch down here, but I have had the idea of putting in like a river of fire that runs maybe not all the way. Oh, damn it! Maybe not all the way around, but maybe kind of runs through the cavern. I don't know, and I would appreciate any comments that you leave me about that. Whether you think that might be a good idea, or do you want me to do it so you can take a look, or I don't know. You tell me. All right, let's have a look at the forge. So here we go, and as you can see, this is all lit up here, but it's not lit on the other side, and you can see that like you can barely see anything. Right, let's check out the forge ride then. Now that it's lit up, and you can see that from different angles, the spots catch the arms differently, and I'm hoping that when we actually ride this, let's go to the cinematic cam. When we actually ride this, we should, yeah, see, you get the yellow spots catch the arms at like different angles and stuff, and you get different lighting. Oh, I do like it, and I put a few down there as well. Oh, I see, you get the little reflections of the yellow spots. Oh, I like the way that looks. That's a pretty cool ride. Although, I really think that this ride needs some music. Don't you think? A ride like this should definitely have some like serious music going on. Like something like the Rocktopus would be kind of perfect. And I love the fact that like this is lit and the path is lit, but everything else is just dark. Now, the problem with the cave is this is why I was kind of thinking of like having the river of fire or something, because lighting the cave is pretty much impossible. I've had a play around with placing spots here and there, and the cave is so big that it's almost impossible, I think, to have any kind of effective lighting around the place. The only lighting that seems to work is literally placing like fires or some serious sort of illumination. Just placing spots just doesn't work. Alrighty, that's very cool. I like that so far. I think the underground or the underworld coaster ride is gonna be like fairly simple. I think it's gonna be the drop down, and then like maybe a quick circuit around the volcano, and then a quick circuit maybe around the forge, and then back up to the surface. I think the underworld is not going to be as developed as I was kind of originally thinking, because like the top section, the heaven section to the hell is like so freaking huge as a project. So what else can we kind of do? Let's have a little play around while you guys are here. Let's have a little play around and do a little bit of lighting on this, just to kind of see how it looks, because I haven't actually tried this. The idea that I had about lighting just little bits of it was literally a spur of the moment idea. So maybe let's throw in what do I want? Buildings and decorations, and I think white spots. So let's flip this around. So yeah, we'd want something probably just I mean, obviously, I'd be sinking these down, but I'm thinking, like maybe even just one would be enough. Just to light these areas a little bit. So if you had, like, a couple of those, just to light up these alcoves a little bit. Well, they're not alcoves, they're the opposite of alcoves. What's the opposite of an alcove? No idea. And then the same thing, I mean, but like this, you'd probably want lit, like, a bit brighter. So maybe one on that side. Now where have I put that? I'll put that for the second. That's the third pillar, so we'd want this one about there, and then we'd want one in the middle. Something like that. So, if we do something like that, how does it then look? Yeah, I think that's enough. Just a little bit of lighting like that, and then the same. Do the same kind of thing on these. Just have... Obviously, I'll bury them, but have something like this, and then, I don't know. Ooh, man, how are we going to do this? Oh, these have got to be a bit closer, I guess. Ah, the trees get in the way. So, I guess we'd want it lighting the pillars on each side. So, there, and then, oh God, if I can get into to see what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, probably about like there, something like that. So, yeah, what do you think? Like just a little bit of lighting, like on the front parts, and then those alcoves, and then probably something on this part. Although I don't know, with the radius there, I'm not even sure that needs it. What are we up to? We're coming up to the AM. All right. Okay. Well, I need to reset this, and we're gonna have a ride on the coaster at night, because I want to show you the difference between this this front part, which is just white lit, and the sides, which have the red, green, and blue. And let me tell you, when you ride on the coaster, well, I think it looks freaking awesome. Should we do it? Let me reset it, and we'll do it. Okay, while we're just waiting for the coaster to pull round to the station, look who I just spotted. It's Gulpy the dinosaur. Give us a roar, Gulpy. He does roar. He's been very quiet at the moment. Come on, you're supposed to go arr, arr. Okay, he's been very quiet. Oh, see, we were getting these arrs from the pirate captain, but we're not getting the roars from the dinosaur. Okay, well, no, we're not going to have a roaring dinosaur. Right, where is the coaster? Let's have a look. Is it? Oh, yeah, it's all ready to go. Right, let's jump on board then. Here we go, and let's take it off pause. Oh, perfect timing. Oh, let's go to now. Look at this. Look at the lighting. Oh, I love that effect. And this is a pretty sweet ride. But you can see these areas are quite dark, and some of these areas need to be lit. I think we need some lighting just up on top of here. Oh, but this is a beautiful game. The moon is just beautiful, and this ride actually picks up the moon quite a few times, like that. You get the reflection of the moon on the track. Oh, down there. I've ridden this coaster so many times now. Like, I'm talking in excess of 100 times I've ridden this coaster. And I Gotta say, I really do freaking love it. I don't get bored of riding this coaster. Oh, here we go. Into the garbage compactor. Oh, now that was something. You know what? I was actually going to do that. I was thinking about that while I was waiting for night to come round again. I was going to put some spotlights around the tunnel entrances. You know what? Let's pause the coaster. Sorry, I'm sorry if I'm kind of breaking the illusion for you of the coaster ride, but I think it might be nice to actually put a few spots in and kind of see what it looks like. So we're going to come through this way. So we'd want to put some spots in around here. So let's just put a few spots in. Like, not a lot, but just a few. Now, how the hell would we do this? The problem is getting them so that they'll... I guess we'd want to tilt them so it's like that kind of thing. Yeah. And then we'd want to just, well, now sink it down like that kind of thing. Is that kind of what we want? Do we want to rotate it a little bit? Yeah, probably like that. Okay. So we put that one in, and then how the hell would we do this? This is the problem when you've rotated them, moving them around afterwards is not always the easiest thing. So we want to bring this one up like that. We'd want to rotate it then 180 degrees. There we go. So we're pointing that direction. We want to tilt it down again. Oops, too much. Come on. About kind of like that. I think 2 spots is probably going to be enough. And then bring it in like that. Just to light the entrance to the tunnel. I think that's probably adequate. All right, well let's get back on the coaster, and we'll see what that looks like. And if that looks good, then I'll put them like on all of the tunnels, and we'll have another ride like at the end, like when we're doing the whole walk around the park and riding on stuff, and then we'll do that. So let's get back on the ride and back to here. That's where we were. I remember. And off we go again. So we're coming down by the pirate boat, which looks great at night. I put in that little fire by the boat, if you saw that, by the shipwreck hull. Right, can we see? Yes. Yeah, that's worth doing. That's worth doing. In fact, I think it's worth actually putting 1 or 2 spots like throughout the tunnel, don't you? So you can actually see it. And the same down here. You want to be able to see going through the tunnel. Not too many, not so it's like really brightly lit, but and maybe some different colours, maybe some blues down there or something. Oh, very cool, very cool. So I'm guessing that you guys are going to want to see that with a cinematic view as well. I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Cinematic view. Oh, wow! What a view! Oh, I haven't seen that cinematic view before of the launch. It's absolutely awesome. And what do you think of the colouring of the ride? I spent a bit of time on trying to get it like kind of like a bit silvery with just the tiny little flashes of red. Definitely need more illumination in certain areas of the park. Oh, what a great shot. They've done a really great job with the cinematic camera. Whoa, that's peachy. I love it when it like pans and zooms around and actually follows the coaster. Those are probably the best views. Love the way that dips. And round the tree and then dips into the sunken Cobra loop. And a final curve round back into the station just as the sun starts to come up. What a ride. What a ride. I love it. Alrighty. So there you go, guys. That brings you up like bang up to date with where I am right now. So like I said, the next episode we'll play around with like I guess finishing the dressing up of the buildings and putting in all the shops that we need around the place and toilets and all those kinds of things. And then the one after that will be the underworld coaster. And then I don't know. I guess maybe a final tinkering session to dress up, and then we'll have a bit of a wander around the park, and that'll be it. Unless you guys come up with any more clever ideas. If you've got any clever ideas, let me know. I'll catch you for the next one. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.